Hey everyone, this is Maru back with another video, and today I'm beyond pumped to talk about Virtua Fighter Crossroads, the brand new installment in one of my all-time favorite Sega franchises, which was revealed last week during Summer Game Fest and is officially set to release in 2027. All I gotta say guys, after waiting so long since Tokyo Game Show, the new reveals had me jumping with joy, man. I'm excited to share my thoughts on everything that's been shown so far. Before we begin the video, if you enjoy Sega video games and content I make, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel with the bell notification on, and share with your gaming buddies as it helps the channel a ton. And now, let us begin and discuss about Virtua Fighter Crossroads. One of the first things I like to talk about this game is the story and the new main character, Celio, who we were first introduced to during the VF Direct 2025 Spring presentation. The latest VF entry takes place 20 years after the events of the 5th World Fighting Tournament. From there, we're introduced to Villa Separa, a fictional city known as the City of Martial Arts, located in the heart of Nusa Libre Island. It's a place filled with corruption and heavy criminal influence where our new protagonist Celio resides. Celio is a Paraguayan-American MMA fighter whose story involves climbing up from rock bottom by fighting in underground matches. We're also introduced to 3 new playable characters that will play very important roles in the story, such as Stella, one of the new faces we've seen in the very first trailer and combat video, with a profile classified under national security clearance and bears a striking resemblance to Sarah Bryant, plus 2 others, a mysterious black man with past links to several criminal organizations, and a woman with an association with high-profile projects related to Vera Separa. With these 4 strangers arriving at this crossroads, phantoms thought to be buried for 20 years begin to surface as a masked man known as the Bakunoa Killer starts hunting and killing street brawlers in the city. My initial thoughts on the plot after watching the story trailer really fascinated me, and it made me very curious with excitement on how everything will unfold. Like, it left me with so many questions that need answers as I've been researching a lot of Virtua Fighter lore through game manuals and guides over the years. Hearing that the narrative is being written by talented people in the game industry like David Haytner, Brad Kane, Tsuyoshi Furuta, and Shinji Yamato makes me feel like we're in good hands and will flesh out the lore of Virtua Fighter to a great extent. There are also some very cool cameos and Easter eggs that made me extremely happy as a VF fan, like Celio walking beside an amazing animated mural that honors the original Virtua Fighter cast, and Pai-chan being revealed putting her Insenkin to work on Triad Gangsters while also quoting her original catchphrase.
You play the part of a fighter, but you are lacking in Kung Fu.
Speaking of Pai, I'm very curious to see what role she'll play in the story. I have a strong theory that she's possibly retired from acting and she took over her father's restaurant and inherited his Koenken techniques before he unfortunately passed away. A couple of other things I noticed in the story trailer. In the beginning of the cutscene where Celio enters the building, we can see Akira sitting down at one of the tables being served by Pai, and after Celio's underground matches, we can see a character named Cisco sitting next to what looks like a platinum blonde hair individual. If you look closely, they resemble someone very familiar. I personally think it's Leon because of the hair and the outfit similarities, though some people think it's Vanessa. And of course, there's another plot point I want to mention is the Villa Fight Fest held by President Bato as a solution to the country's economic woes. He wants to bring the underground fighting tournament to the world stage as a national sport. This plot point intrigues me a lot as it seems like a replacement for the former World Fighting Tournament. Though, I feel there's a lot more going on, and I theorize that J6 may be involved later in the story. But for now, we'll find out as we get closer to the 2027 release. On to my thoughts on the story mode's battle system. From what I've seen during the showcase, it looked pretty awesome and it has me sold as it feels like a fusion between Shenmue and Yakuza's combat with a lot more fluidity as you're fighting against multiple enemies in one-on-one matches using Virtua Fighter's combat system. For a fighting adventure game, fighting in story mode looks very promising. I just love how the camera shifts dynamically as you take on one enemy after another while knocking them around in breakable environments, and the fact that the developers want to focus on more realism in the game makes me want to play this mode even more. I'm also looking forward to doing some side quest missions that the story mode has to offer for each of the 4 playable characters. We might see some familiar faces along the way. This is the single player Virtua Fighter experience we've been waiting for decades, and I'm so stoked to play it on day one. Now on to the versus battle, and it looks like we'll be feeling right at home with this mode. The gameplay looks really impressive as so much has been improved since the last glimpse we saw during Tokyo Game Show. The developers at RGG Studio have been on point at keeping this title faithful to past games by preserving the simple control scheme. And the realism approach to the combat system compared to classic VF looks too good when it comes to the combos we've seen so far in the showcase. The way the guarding animation looks when blocking blows leading to a counter throw flows so well as if I'm watching a kung fu movie, and I'm very curious to see what attacks can trigger break rush and signature cuts. During the showcase, we also got a brief look at the character selection screen with possibly 16 fighters to choose from, each with unique fighting styles and movesets. So far we know Celeo Salinas, Stella Bridges, and 2 new characters will be playable alongside veterans like Akira Yuki, Pai Chen, Wolf Hawkfield, and Jeffrey McWild, as he has been strongly hinted by Yamada-san and the side quests featured in the game. Even the VF community have very keen eyes on who else could be appearing. Some have speculated Jackie Bryant might have a high chance based on the mural, Kagemaru from a behind the scenes clip, and the Bakunawa killer could possibly be Go Hinogami in disguise. Who knows? Let's wait and see for more announcements. From what I've seen, what's been revealed so far, I'm like super excited to play Virtua Fighter Crossroads and ready to dive deep into the story so bad just to see how everything goes for each character, because this is something I've been waiting for the longest time, and I can't wait to get my hands on it when it drops in 2027. I hope we see more character reveals in the future and more features planned for the game. In other news, for those who enjoy my Sega lore content, I'm working on several VF lore videos that I've been working on for months now, and each video will cover character backgrounds and events of previous VF games leading up to the release of Virtua Fighter Crossroads, so stay tuned to the channel for that. Before we end this video, I have questions for my viewers. Are you excited to play Virtua Fighter Crossroads? Which mode are you looking to play in the most, and who will be your main fighter? Let me know in the comments, and if you'd like to see more Virtua Fighter or Sega related topics, be sure to give this video a like, share it around with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Until then, I'll see you all in my next video.